Booker T. Washington, born in 1856 in a slave hut in Virginia. His mother was a cook for the plantation owner, and his father was a white man who ran off. When the Civil War ended, Booker T. and his family were freed, and they moved to West Virginia. There, he worked in a salt furnace and a coal mine before he got a chance to go to school. Booker T. had a passion for learning, and he walked 500 miles to enroll at Hampton Institute, a school for former slaves in Virginia. He was so good at his studies that he got invited to teach there after he graduated. Then, in 1881, he got hired as the principal of a new school for black folks in Tuskegee, Alabama. That school became Tuskegee Institute, and Booker T. made it into a powerhouse of education and training for black people. Booker T. believed that the best way for black people to succeed in the post-Reconstruction era was to focus on learning practical skills and trades like farming, carpentry, and sewing. He also preached the virtues of hard work, thrift, and self-reliance. He thought that by proving their economic value and moral character, black people would eventually earn the respect and rights of white people. Booker T. became famous as a speaker and a leader for black people. He gave a speech in 1895 at the Atlanta Exposition, where he said that black people should accept segregation and discrimination for now, and cooperate with white people for mutual progress. This speech was called the Atlanta Compromise, and it made him popular with white people who liked his moderate views. He also advised Presidents Theodore Roosevelt and William Howard Taft on racial issues. That not everyone agreed with Booker T's approach. Some black leaders, like W.E.B. Du Bois, criticized him for being too accommodating and submissive to white supremacy. They argued that black people should fight for their civil rights and political power, and demand higher education in the arts and sciences, not just vocational training. They also accused Booker T of being a dictator who controlled the funding and policies of many black schools and organizations. Booker T died in 1915 at Tuskegee Institute, leaving behind a legacy of achievement and controversy. He was one of the most influential black figures of his time, but his ideas were challenged by the rise of the civil rights movement in the 20th century. He was honored by being the first black person to appear on a U.S. postage stamp in 1940, and by having many schools and buildings named after him.